Happy Charlotte Roval race day. The Bank of America Roval 400, baby. The final race in the round of 12. 4 drivers will be eliminated and 8 will move on. We look at our overall point standings. Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric. Both guys are going to probably need to win a race to move on. Daniel Suarez is in one of those weird situations where you can go get stage points, but probably going to need a win. Joe Guys in a weird situation. Do you stay out, get stage points? Do you short pit the stage and go for the win? Depending on track position, I know he qualified pretty well. Chase Elliott, plus 13. Does he go for the stage or does he go for the win? Tyler Reddick, same situation. Eeny, money, mo. Ryan Blaney is one of those guys where I feel like he could get a couple stage points and he could move on, right? He could advance himself from those stage points. He has enough points. Same thing with Alex Bowman. What does he do? Does he go after stage points or go after the win? Depending on where he is in a certain part of the race, will depend. Denny Hamlin, in my opinion, he's got so many points to a point that maybe just goes for the win. But also, I think if he can take stage points, he's probably going to go for stage points, especially if it's the only chance to get points. And then we got Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell. Those guys are probably going to go for the win. They're 50 plus. A lot has to happen for them to get below the cut line. And then William Byron, locked in. He's going to be stress-free during this race. Just go out there and try to go win and get an additional 5 playoff points. The Roval's been around since 2018. I was at the inaugural Roval race. What an exciting race that was. They decided to reconfigure this race. They decided to make the front stretch chicane a little more tighter, a little more, you have to use a little more brake. It's not as much flowier. If we look at turn 5, you go uphill in turn 5, entering turn 6. It's more of a flowier turn 6 here. And then you kind of go downhill, and then you go into a very, very sharp turn 7. Everyone's talking about turn 7. Oh my gosh, turn 7, man. Turn freaking 7. It's a very, very tight turn. It's tighter than the Coliseum, the LA Coliseum turn. So it's kind of meant for you to use the bumper, dive bombs, kind of bumper cars, and that's what NASCAR was trying to create with this turn. In the Xfinity Series race, we saw a little bit of that, but we didn't see too much. But these Cup Series cars can give a lot more. We'll be interested to see if that does create passing. That's what they're trying to get out of this passing. Overall, it's going to be interesting to see how these cars drive. A lot of drivers say with this car, it's the hardest track to pass in, very tight turns. Cars have a ton of grip, not a lot of passing zones. So they're hoping with these new turn 7 and a tighter front stretch chicane to create more passing zones. So we'll see that when it does. We look at the starting line. Our farthest starting playoff guy is Chase Briscoe in 25th. And then the next one is Denny Hamlin in 18th. Then Alex Bowman 17th. And then we have Ryan Blaney 14th. Then Daniel Suarez 13th. Then Christopher Bell 12th. Then we have William Byron 10th. Then we have Chase Elliott 7th. Then we have Kyle Larson 6th. Austin Cindric 5th. Joe Nagano 4th. Tyler Reddick 2nd. So it'll be interesting to see where drivers are in the moment of the end of stage 2. Do the drivers that feel like they can't win when they stay out for stage points? The drivers that qualified outside the top 10, I feel like those guys are going to probably go for stage points because that'll probably be their best chance to get points, especially knowing that it's going to be hard to pass. If they don't think they can get the win, they're probably going to go for stage points. The guys who are probably inside the top 10 are like, hey, if we're fast enough, we're going to go out there and try to get that win. But then some of them will be like, you know what, if I have a chance to win a stage, like SVG's on the pole. One of those guys that needs points is definitely going to hope that he pits before the stage to get a stage win. And that's important points right there. So there's going to be a lot of strategy, a lot going on. But it sure as heck is going to turn out to hopefully be a very intriguing race.